Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's stop because my drink is like slightly warm because I didn't put enough ice. Hi.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the Talking Pools Tuesday show edition. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. I'm Andrea here with Paulette, my
Hello.
mom, my mama. Fucking crazy ass bitch.
Whatever. So,
How was
what's
your
wrong with
week?
that? My week was very, I don't know, it was fine. Nothing major.
Did you go to work this week? Neither of us went to work last week.
I know, I couldn't. Yes, I went to work with a helper today.
Oh,
She's
nice.
amazing. Yep. She's doing a great job.
Oh, that's cool. Is she
Yeah.
like has experience or
Her dad is my repair guy. So she
ah,
doesn't really have experience, but she's in the,
but she knows
she knows
enough.
it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I
So,
mean, if you're telling her
yeah.
what to do, you don't really need to know much.
And
Just
the great thing is I don't even have to tell her. I told her once and she does everything. So,
that's cool.
yeah, she's pretty tough. I like
How
her.
old is she?
27.
Oh, that's cool. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like for some reason I was picturing like a 17-year-old or something.
No,
It's
no,
like, oh
no.
God, that must be awful.
Yeah, no.
So,
How
yeah,
about
I got
you?
nothing going on. I have just been on the rich people route now, as I like to call it, and it's hard
Nice.
because I don't. It's a little bit different taking pictures and stuff at these types of people's houses because you never
Oh,
really know who's going to get mad if they see it on social media. You know,
I gotcha.
I could probably sneak a few, but I'm
Yeah, if
still trying to. I'm
anybody,
still trying to feel it out. You know. Plus, I know that it's the season for everybody to be home.
right? Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
all right. Well, so I mean, there's nothing going on, so we can just get into some news stories.
Okay.
Because I don't really have anything to talk about yet. I mean, it's the very beginning of November, so it's kind of one of those weird times where nothing's really happening. So I have a question for you now.
Make your voice heard. Join the Council for the Model Aquatic Health Code. Lend your expertise to the MAC, science-based guidance from the CDC, and the only all-inclusive national pool code that addresses current aquatic issues. Learn more at cmac.org. That's cmahc.org.
It's the very beginning of November, so it's kind of one of those weird times where nothing's really happening. So I I have a question for you. Now, you used to take me and my sisters when we were kids. We'd go to water parks and go on
Right.
water slides and stuff like that. Like we've been to the rapids down south in Palm Beach, whatever. Um, have you ever seen a slide? Let me put it this way. Have you ever seen a water slide that banned a specific group of people?
No. What?
So
Is that
there
legal?
is, well, okay. So I'm not really sure exactly where. I feel like I always start that by saying that. But oh, I'm sorry. It's in Austria. Okay, so this is an Austrian water park and they have, I guess, essentially banned women from going down this water slide. Do you want? Can you
Oh,
take a guess? Can you take a
boy.
guess why?
Okay. Yeah. Go
Can
ahead.
can you guess
I
why?
kind of get in the picture.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to
Oh
kind of
boy.
guess what the reason is. So, yeah. So the reason why is, it can injure you quite severely, and
Oh wow.
apparently, um, I guess men aren't at in like it's not the same risk for men, even though there's like an area that could be damaged in the same way, I guess.
Right?
You know
What
what
the
I'm
heck?
saying?
Why don't they just get rid of this ride altogether or this slide
You
altogether?
know, So that's actually part of the thing. So as I said, it is in Austria. And this this article is from Lad Bible, and it says, "Yep, it's 2024, and here we are discussing something that women aren't allowed to do while their male counterparts are free to go ahead and enjoy." So it's kind of funny the way that the article was written. So it's a vertical drop slide. It's dubbed as Europe's fastest water slide, and it apparently you can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour on this thing.
Lord.
So riders, okay, so here's the quote from the article. It says, "But something riders will be unlikely to miss is the big sign that's placed right next to the entrance of the slide that reads, 'Due to high risk of injury, women are not allowed to use the slide.'" So it's apparently an Australian diver has gone viral, and she posted a video of going down the slide. So Area 47 previously clarified to Lad Bible that women aren't banned from the attraction due to sexist reasons, but due to the chance of them getting some pretty, quote, nasty injuries from it. In recent years, there have been some shocking reports of, and excuse me here, but this is not me. I'm reading the article. There have been some shocking reports of women getting their insides ripped apart by high-speed water slides such as Area 47's. According to the National Library of Medicine in the U.S., females can sustain terrible injuries if high-pressured water goes into their body. There's also the risk of infections due to foreign bodies found in the water. They said that Area 57 said that when the water park was built back in 2009, it, quote, did not intend to create a men-only attraction. Initially, this particular slide was open to both men and women, a spokesperson explained. However, in the second year, we noticed a significant increase in accidents on the slide, which required us to take action. So it goes on to say that the risks for women using the slide were tragically highlighted a few years ago when a woman was severely injured on a similar ride in the Canary Islands. And so I guess they were told the water park then consulted with doctors and authorities as well as the manufacturer of the slide, which led to the, quote, difficult decision, either disassemble the water slide either disassemble the water slide or restrict its use to men only as it stands now. So, and then I don't know when this Australian woman went down the slide, if they let her, if it was an assume your own risk type of thing. But yeah, a 50 miles an hour water slide. I mean, I guess like I'm good. I don't need to go down that.
Yeah, me too. But you know that there's going to be people that are going to be like, it's a sexist thing. So,
well, yeah, that's what I mean. But that was my question too. Like, men can get
yeah, why couldn't they?
Forcibly.
I know.
Accidentally.
That's weird.
In that region. I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously it's a higher risk for women, but yuck. Would not want to have experienced that. No, thank you.
That does not sound appealing. So what happened to this?
Been on a water slide in forever.
Me neither.
She was fine. What
happened to this? She was fine?
She was fine. You just got to make sure you lock those ankles.
What? Why not what do they go down on? Like a raft or something?
No. It's one of those vertical shits where you just drop straight down.
Oh.
Yeah, and so
that just sounds dangerous anyways. 50 miles an hour.
The ankles. It's like, how do you not fly off the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Like, how do you just not fly off of it? Like,
I know.
What is keeping you on this absolutely vertical, like, just metal sheet with the little railing on the side of it? Like, it just gives me so much anxiety to watch.
I know, me too. I couldn't do it.
Of people doing it.
I wonder how far of a drop it is. Let
me see. Let me see. It said 50 miles per hour. It doesn't say, but if you look on her Instagram, I'm sure it's really easy to find. You can watch her video.
Of her going down it?
There's a video on Instagram of her going down the slide. And there's a picture of her pointing to the sign that says women only. Or, I'm sorry, men only.
No women allowed.
Nope. No women allowed.
Oh, no, I don't think I would have that anywhere. I think they should have just disassembled it. Yeah.
Well, no disassemble. I mean, it's like I said, I don't think it's just like you're not allowed to go down it. I think it's are you sure you really want to?
Yeah.
And then if you do, go ahead. We're not liable because that's on you, type of thing.
But here's the deal.
It's a recent video.
The women that did get hurt when they first did this, did they sue the water park or whatever? Because then you think that if they did sue, that they would just get rid of it altogether.
That's a good point. Maybe they didn't sue, and that's why they were given the choice. Because I would imagine if they got sued, as you said, they would not be able to operate the slide.
Yeah. And let me guess.
And no men got any forceful enemas, so.
All right, I'm gonna.
I don't mean to laugh.
A man invented this slide.
I don't know. We're not
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyway, so yeah, be careful going down water slides, ladies.
Boy,
don't go down water slides that are 50 miles per hour. I mean, you can if you want to. Like, I'm not telling you to do what to do, but like. Ooh, because I'm just thinking of like going down the slides at the rapids. Like I remember going down one and having just the absolute worst wedgie and just being super embarrassed because I was like, I was like 14 or something like that. And you stand up from the slide and your whole ass is out.
Right, yeah.
And I mean, I didn't get injured. It was just the embarrassment of having my butt cheeks hanging out. So anyway, you want to move on to the next article?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
I was, whatever. Maybe
that's the news.
It's news. It's water related, and I don't know. So okay, next one. You've never been to Rome, right?
No,
me neither. Just unfortunate.
I know.
But have you heard of you know about the fountain, right? The Trevi Fountain?
No.
You don't know about it? So it's a famous fountain in Rome that people go to. It's a tourist attraction. It's, a bucket list item. It's one of those things. It's this huge, huge, huge fountain it's like sculptures and it's in the front of a building. I don't know what building it is. I'm sorry. And the whole thing is people go and throw coins in the fountain and make wishes. And it's like a whole, love story. Like couples go there and throw coins in and you find your lover there apparently. And like, you just, I don't know. It's a whole thing. So I'm going to read you this article. I'm actually shocked you didn't know about this.
No.
Excuse me. So this is from AOL.com. Rome's Trevi Fountain replaced by ugly municipal pool as officials plan to charge admission. And I'll just go through this really quick because, it's just kind of not super pool related, but it legitimately, if you look up the picture, it's this like historic, like super ornate carved like fountain, with a statue in the middle and there's statues all over. And the picture of it filled, it's like this beautiful water and you can see all the coins and there's hundreds of people. And then on the right, it's undergoing construction right now. And so they've drained the fountain, they've drained all the water, and they just put up this little concrete rectangle right in front for people to throw their coins in.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, look at it. It's hilarious. It's like it's just a concrete rectangle on an elevated
and are
walkway.
People still doing it?
Yeah,
are they
people
still
are still
their coins in?
Yeah, you can see it's filled with coins.
Oh my
And
gosh.
people are complaining because it's like, they're like, oh, it looks like, because now they're going to start charging admission to go to the Trevi Fountain, is what it says in the article.
So don't they already like take the coins out and keep them, or are they
Yeah,
not
it's hold on. In the article, it says that it earns like $3,200. Yes.
a day?
Unwitting visitors will find the ancient water feature said to take in more than $3,200 per day.
It's
$3,200 per day, according to officials.
it's
Replaced by a
262 years old.
utilitarian temporary wishing well
Nice.
that one critic suggested offered all the charm of a municipal swimming pool. And it looks like they just put up a bathtub in front of the fountain that's empty.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I see it. I see the
The
thing.
pool, yeah. It does look like just a pool.
Yeah.
And so now, if you haven't ever been there and you plan to go now, you're gonna have to pay to go there, because now
Man, it was so pretty too.
I know and you can read in the article that I was looking at. I don't know what you pulled up, but
It's
they're
on
gonna
it's the
charge.
New York Times or New York Post.
Mine came
Crazy.
from AOL. So yeah,
That's crazy. Man, that's sad.
it is, right?
Why are they doing that? That's so pretty.
Because it's so many. Well, I mean, they're gonna fix I think the pool thing is temporary.
Oh, and they're gonna fix stuff.
It's under construction, so they're like refurbishing some things and
Okay.
probably fixing some
Oh,
old
I thought
ass
you meant they're just
cracks.
gonna like get rid of it and put the stupid
No,
pool.
they're gonna restore it, but from now on, they're gonna start charging for tourists to come and see it
Okay.
instead of being able to just walk up to it and throw money in.
And you're
Now
right,
you
it says
gotta.
3,000 euros a day. That's what they make out of there. Why didn't they
Oh,
just
did I
leave
say?
it like
I
that?
might have said dollars.
Yeah, it says euro,
Whatever.
but whatever.
3,000 money coins.
A day. That's a lot.
That is a
That's
lot.
good money. Why would you charge? I guess maybe they think they're going to make more money if they charge.
Because more money.
Yeah.
Because more money, and now they can do food, concession stands.
Oh, wow.
I
It
guess
just takes
maybe,
away
I don't know.
the
Just speculating.
ancient charm of it, though. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But they make a point like it's overcrowded because it's just you just go.
That's true. I guess I can see that.
And there's probably a lot of chaos, and people still live there. So
Right. I get it.
So speaking of chaos, let's move right along. We're going to keep this short today because we've only been recording for like 18 minutes.
Okay.
So I talked about this article a couple of weeks ago, and it has there's a call to action from it. This is the garbage truck that caught on fire because somebody put pool chemicals in their garbage.
Right. Yep.
And so
which I've been aware of throwing shit away ever since then.
This was in Phoenix. What'd you say?
I said I've been aware of throwing all my acid things or whatever away since then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been super aware of like making sure that I rinse my truck bed out, and excuse me, being really careful. Out. Yeah, being really careful not to leave acid jugs upside down, like just trying not to be careless and stuff like that. And also not being careless spilling things when I transfer them from a drum to a bucket or a bag or what have you.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, how many times have we started a new account or something like that, and the customer's like, oh, what should I do with my fucking chemicals that have been sitting here from the pool store for 25 years that I don't need now that and I used to be like, oh, I don't know, you can take them somewhere. And then I realized one day, I was like, no one's taking them shits anywhere.
No.
And so as a professional pool person who knows about the dangers and how to actually use it, just put it in the fucking pool.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I
just
do.
put it in the
Yeah.
pool, offer to get it rid of it for them so
Yeah.
that it doesn't sit there. And because I actually have a guy that has a bucket of tabs. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do with that because obviously I can't put those in his pool, but he's got a bucket of like Clorox tabs with copper sitting like next to the pool. But if it's like, chlorine or something like liquid chlorine or acid
Well,
or
why
whatever,
can't
just
you
put
use
it in the pool.
tabs? Why can't you use the tabs?
I mean, I could take his bucket of tabs. Well, I can't. Your question. I can't use tabs in his pool because his stabilizer is 300. So, I mean, I could continue to use them.
I mean, eventually you could.
Eventually, I can use them again.
Does he give them to you? Take them.
No, they're sitting in a bucket. But
Oh.
I've already told him like not to use the tabs anymore or whatever. But I mean, once the stabilizer level goes down, I'll probably start to use them again.
Yeah.
But that was my whole point, was like, if you see people with stuff that they don't know what to do with, just take it, put it in their pool, just use it, because that's the best way to get rid of it. And I also was going to say, just be careful. Like, for example, me at my work, we have a big dumpster. And there's like 7 pool techs and a whole bunch of construction guys. We all use the same dumpster. So it's like, just make sure that if you're doing that, be careful of what you're putting in there too. In big dumpsters like that, have employees be careful and make sure everybody knows not to push it like that.
I mean, honestly, it takes 2 seconds when you're pouring acid in and you're done with the jug. Just reach down in there with the pool water and rinse it out. It takes
you don't even have to fill it all the way up. It takes like an extra second.
Shake it around. Yeah. Yeah, that's really what you should be doing.
A lot of people in California have the reusable jugs. They reuse their acid jugs.
When I first started my company,
they have gallon chlorine jugs they reuse.
Yeah, so how come we don't all do that? Like, I know there's a company that when I first started my company, they do reusable, but when I called to ask them to do it, you have to buy a certain amount every month in order to have the recyclable jugs. But I mean, just think of like all the,
all the acid jugs that
we throw away, and
the jugs and the lids.
Yeah, I don't understand why we don't just reuse them. It's just silly.
Well, there you go. Let us know, folks.
Yeah,
if you're listening,
there shouldn't be a minimum order. Like us little one polars should be able to have recyclable as well as anybody else.
Well, then what do you fill them up with acid from just like we do with chlorine?
So what they would do,
or you give them back the bottles and they reuse the bottles.
So this was like, so you get them on delivery. So they deliver like, just say whatever, a pallet of acid. And then when you use all the acid, put all the jugs back in the boxes. They're crates. Put all the jugs back in the crates. Then they come and take those, take them back,
and give you new ones.
And then give you new. And then they just keep reusing those acid jugs. That's how they do it. Yeah, so you're not throwing away every single, all the acid.
Jug after gallon after gallon, jug after gallon, jug after gallon, jug after gallon. Mm-hmm. So, just be careful about being wasteful and starting fires and stuff. So,
it does come starting fires.
Ooh.
All right, chaos to fires.
Chlorine. Fire to fire. Okay. So here is an article from Fox 5 Atlanta. Biolab reopens distribution center, still providing community support. So real quick sum up of this article is that Biolab has stabilized its Conyers facility after a fire on September 29th, transitioning into project management for further remediation efforts. The incident resulted in the release of chlorine gas, prompting evacuation and shelter orders for over 100,000 individuals. The distribution center in Conyers was reopened on November 4th, resuming customer order fulfillment, while manufacturing operations are still halted pending regulatory approval. Biolab is cooperating with the U.S. Chemical Safety Board and other agencies to investigate the incident's causes and has prioritized community support initiatives. Assisted assistance for affected community members includes handling over 15,700 calls, supporting 3,000 individuals, regularly updating the public, and completing property debris removal. Claims can be filed via email or through a dedicated call center, with more information available on their website. So they've apparently got things under control.
That's good.
According to a press release, I said that already, they reopened on November 4th. They resumed fulfillment of customer orders.
Good.
And so the reopening has allowed team members at the distribution center to return to work.
That's good.
And the manufacturing operations have not resumed. They have done a bunch of community service. They've removed debris. They've done a bunch of stuff.
That's good.
And they say they're all good. Now, here's an article from News 7 in Miami. Weeks after a chemical plant inferno, nearby residents say they're suffering prolonged illnesses and financial upheaval. This is a really crazy picture right here. So this article is talking about how the residents in the area are incredibly sick and still, a lot of them still can't work. And not the people at the plant. This is just like normal, regular people. Yeah. So, one woman says that her vision still isn't what it should be. And she's a nurse. She said that her name is Keisha Reed. She said she's visited at least 3 doctors since the blaze propelled chlorine smoke for miles. CNN spoke with several Conyers residents over the past week who said they still have blurry vision, shortness of breath, throat irritation, or chronic headaches since the September 29th chemical plant fire. And they say their doctors haven't been able to prove whether their ailments are directly linked to the biolab inferno.
That sounds like
Reed's husband, yeah, I mean, you've inhaled a bucket of wet tabs before. Like, it takes like a day to, depending on how bad you get hit. Imagine like it just being in the air.
Right.
So Reed's husband says he still suffers shortness of breath and chronic headaches that won't go away. He says you can't function because the headaches are so intense. And he's a personal trainer, and he says he's had to drain savings and run up credit cards because he can't train anybody because nobody can go outside. So like they can't go, and so he's losing clients. And also, so again, like they're helping with claims, Biolab's helping with claims and helping people. And this woman says that she's been on all these different prescriptions, like from skin lotions because of eczema that it's caused to flare up, and inhalers and stuff from just lung irritation and eye irritation. So the people are saying that they're kind of fucked up from all this still, which makes sense to me because like I just said, what happens when you open a bucket of tabs and aren't expecting it to have water in there. Like I feel like I almost died one time from opening a bucket of wet Cal Hypo that I didn't know it was Cal Hypo, and I didn't know it was wet, and I took the lid off, and I felt ill for hours after that.
Yeah, well, today I broadcast some trichloro over a pool, and it wasn't windy. I didn't have on a mask. I should have.
But you got some on you.
Yeah, I mean, I walked away from the pool, didn't smell it, taste it, feel it, nothing, and I started sneezing. So obviously,
oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
That's what happened. But yeah. So that was just, could you imagine, like, you're living there, like your house is there? What are you supposed to do if you live there and all that's going through the air? What are you supposed to do?
And it's going through your house and through everywhere. And I can't imagine that. And like the picture from that article was just the plume of smoke just going straight into the air with the guy holding his kid in the foreground. Like, didn't look very far away. And it's like shelter in place. Well, what do you mean shelter in place? Like, one lady said that she had worked I guess there's been several of these fires. There was one in 2020 that we know of, and then there was one before that as well. And this lady was like, I left work and went home and found out that my home was in the direct path of like the plume. So like, what was she supposed to do? So she says that she still gets headaches to this day, and she was exposed, 20 years ago or whatever.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you mean the very first
the one before 2020. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
yeah.
And so they're saying that it was a warehouse that caught fire containing trichlor and dichlor. And it says it's not clear what sparked the initial fire, and it remains under investigation. But the blaze, and I'm quoting the article here, turned into a raging inferno after it activated a sprinkler system that malfunctioned and doused water-reactive trichlor inside the building. So I'm not sure how the sprinkler system malfunctioned, because it seems like sprinklers are supposed to spray water on things. So maybe it wasn't supposed to be over trichlor and dichlor. That sounds a little sus to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the trichlor got a little wet and then got hot and started more problems. So anyway, that was the end of that.
That's all the news articles?
That was all the news articles.
Nice.
We got to keep an eye on Biolab.
I saw a Facebook post.
I was just going to ask you if you had any Paulette's bitching to do.
I saw, well, this actually was, I'm on his side because he posted this, I don't know who it was, but he posted, how do people in Florida, how can you advertise or even make money doing pools at $65 a month?
Wah, wah, wah. We hear that every day, buddy.
I know, it is true. Why? 65, what the hell?
Yeah, 65's ridiculous.
I mean, come on. That is crazy. That's just
65
stupid.
Is ridiculous. I mean,
I know.
That's like you're my friend and also my cousin, and like you're getting something else in return as well. You know what I mean? Like, I would do this. I have a friend that would do my hair, that I would do her pool for like $80 a month, and she would do my hair.
Right.
You know, like that's, but not 65. Like, I don't want a $65 haircut.
65, you're not, good Lord. You're like paying them
she
to do
could
the
brush
pool.
my hair for $65.
You're actually paying that customer to do their pool.
You're paying them, seriously.
Can I do your pool? I'll let you pay me $65. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, that is insane. $65. No, wah.
I know. Yeah. That's my bitch. That's Paulette's bitches.
Well,
bitching.
It sucks that that's still something that we have to bitch about.
Oh my God. I didn't even know that was even a thing right now.
Well, I like to try to be like, oh, there's not any of that anymore, but there fucking is. And there's a lot of it.
There is.
And will someone please tell me what is going on here?
I had my last pool today. The neighbor, he always talks to me every time I'm around, every time he sees me. And he's like, what? You're working today on a holiday? And I'm like, what? It's a holiday?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, it's Veterans Day. I'm like, oh, man, why didn't I take today off?
Oh, yeah. Thank you to all the veterans today.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Well, when you hear this, it will be yesterday. We're recording it Monday. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's all you got, that's all I got. I'm going to have to do some work on this before I go to bed, and I want to go to bed. So
okay. All right.
Have a good day tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
All right. No, that's my line. Oh. Thanks for listening. Just kidding. All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Email us and let us know what you guys think. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.